Is there a psychology to forgiveness, or does it just have to be spiritual slash religious? There absolutely is a psychology to forgiveness. And one of my earlier videos that talked about atheists and agnostics being able to forgive, it's very true, and it proves that, you know, you don't have to have the spiritual religious motivation to forgive. You can have a psychological reason for forgiving. As I've said over and over, forgiveness is for you. When you release the person, you are the one who is healed. When you release the person, you are not telling them that what they did was okay. All right? I just want to remind everyone and clarify that's my belief on forgiveness. So the psychology, when I talk about psychology, I'm talking about the two aspects of our mind, the rational and the emotional side. And with all forgiveness, we need them both. And this is what I love about forgiveness. It's the uniting of our two hemispheres that, number one, it is essential that we feel and experience and express all of our emotions around the incident. And just because we do that doesn't mean we've forgiven. But once we have expressed and really felt our emotions and allowed them to run their course, then we can move to the other side of the brain, the rational side. And there's a psychological term called reframing, where before we had assigned meaning, a logical conclusion to the incident. And with a reframe, once we get the emotional charge out of the way, then we are able to basically redefine what the incident means. To use my example of the man who robbed me, before I was defining him and the incident as he was evil, he didn't care about anyone else, etc., etc. Once I went through my emotions and was ready to reframe, the reframe became, whoa, he was being motivated by his addiction to come up with money in the fastest way possible. And so I began to have compassion for him, again back to the emotional feeling side, and tapping into the love and the compassion for him and what he was suffering that led him to do what he did. And then I also reframed it in the sense of, we had an understanding between us at a higher level. Even though I had never met this man before in my life, we had an understanding on a higher level that I could accept what he did as a gift. And when you talk to people who have forgiven the quote unforgivable unquote, you will find that they find new meaning for that incident for them. So, there is a psychology to forgiveness. It involves both hemispheres of our brain, the emotional side and the rational side. And it is a process. Don't expect it to be done quickly. It is a process, and I am 100% confidence that you are able to forgive what you don't believe that you can. Give it a chance. Peace.